It's Michael Quinn, FTT210. This is the muzzle loader build. I haven't submitted anything, partly because I got a new job and it's been going crazy. And I wasn't sure how to submit the stuff on the Microsoft files. So I'll kind of just show you what I've done. I have been keeping along with the class, but so I've installed the hammer with the plate, trigger assembly, trigger guard, the barrel and the tenons, the thimbles, front and rear. I don't know if you can see that one. In rear. I did all the sanding for week 6. I think that's this week. Done the butt stock and the toe plate. Got that all fixed up and together. I did add a little bit of a hand groove there. Just fits my hand and fits my fingers well. So I did add that there. Got everything together. Let's see. There's that. Once that works, set. There's the set. There's the trigger. All that works. I'm going to be ready for the rear buckhorn sight and the front sight. Also awaiting the cap, muzzle cap. All right. I'm using 220 grit. I did do a couple other things to it. That little feature there, make it look a little better. I used the triangle and I kind of just cut around it, causing a crease. So that gives it a little feature. Also, I wouldn't recommend it for most people, but for the bulk of the material on the buttstock, I did use an angle grounder with a flat disc. I've used these a lot, so I was able to achieve a pretty good finish on that with the flat disc. That's just where I was a little short. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. The trigger guard, or the trigger assembly was installed. I did have to remove a little bit of material from the front and from the back to get that to sit in there nicely to engage with the hammer. Also had to remove a little material on the trigger guard itself right here on the rear to get that to sit flush and tighten down like it should have. I did have an issue with running the screw down through the breech, or I guess the tail of the breech, getting that to meet up with the screw that was inside the trigger assembly. I had to go in there and file out the inside curvature of that. That way the screw was not crooked, it went in straighter. So that was one issue that I had with the trigger assembly and the screw that goes through the entirety of the firearm. Anyways, I hope to get back into the groove of things. I should have every submission on time from now on. I understand that you can't give me grades for stuff I didn't put in, but I'll have them from now on. Thank you. I also found the easiest way to sand the ramrod is with a drill. Be able to have quad alt steel wool. Stick the, don't cinch it down though, because you will damage your brass, but you know, get it in there relatively tight, and then you can spin it to where it grabs and spins it for you. It's also a really good way to polish the brass with the steel wool. Make it look really nice.